Today I'm going to show you guys a one-man band lighting setup that allowed me to get this location to look like this all by myself. So back in September, I shot this quick anti-child trafficking PSA for a nonprofit. We only had 3 hours to load in, shoot, and tear down, and I did that all by myself. Normally, I wouldn't recommend doing this, but because I've been friends with the nonprofit for a while, I'll occasionally shoot stuff for them, and so that's just kind of the way that things panned out that day. We knew we needed a location that would do some heavy lifting because we didn't have a huge crew, and so we really spent quite a bit of time looking for just the right motel. For our references, I used shot deck and frame set as normal. I didn't really have like a particular movie look that I was going for, but I think the motel scenes in No Country for Old Men did play quite a bit of inspiration, even though I wasn't really trying to recreate those. For our lighting package, we kept it pretty simple. I knew it was just going to be me, so I didn't have a ton of resources, and I also didn't want to lug a bunch of gear with me. We had an Aperture Nova, an Aperture 300X, a Falconized light mat, some negative fill, some grid cloth, C-stands, combos, stingers, and an Avengers boom arm. Okay, now for the actual breakdown. So when we got there, I started by shutting off all the house lights, which I think is a great practice for any shoot that you're on, whether you have full control like we did on this shoot, or if you're on a documentary shoot. After that, I started to build our ambience. So I shot our Aperture Nova through the window. That was supposed to be the neon light coming through. At a motel, there's usually like a big neon sign out front, and so we really wanted to push one of those through the windows. Originally, I thought maybe green would be nice, but after we played with it, red just really felt right. After that, I played with some levels on our practical lamp back in the corner behind her. We had that on a dimmer switch. And so from there, we just kind of created the atmosphere of the room. Rather than putting it in front of our actress to her left, we put it behind her so that it wouldn't front light her, but more just give her like a nice edge light on the right side of her cheek. That also gave us a lot of depth to our shot and made the space feel a bit bigger and even a little creepier than if we had front lit everything and just put it right in front of her. That would have kind of washed the image, washed her. It would have been lighting from the same side as camera, and it just wouldn't have looked as good. From there, I set up my combo stand with the boom arm. We put the Falconize on it, and then I just kind of moved it out of frame and put it over our actress. I wanted that light to feel fairly natural. It was a little bit more soft than maybe something like a true light bulb coming down from the middle of the room. So I kind of took a little bit of liberty with that and made it a little bit more diffused rather than an ugly harsh light, just because I wanted to and I thought it looked better that way. After that, I walked some negative fill in to the left of camera, kind of just cutting anything off, any spill, and giving her a nice shadow side to camera. From there, I then lit the bathroom, which is where our creepy trafficker guy was supposed to be standing. So with that, I put an Aperture 300X in the bathtub, and then I kind of made like a little book light with our grid cloth. After that, we plugged in an old TV that we brought. We got it at Goodwill, I think. It was 15 bucks. And that was kind of what she was supposed to be looking at, and it just gave her like a little Eyelight. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the lights. Like I said, one-man band. We had like 5 different shots that we needed that day. It was very fast, very simple. We had only 3 hours because that was the minimum amount of time that the location would allow us to rent for, and that was the maximum amount of budget that the nonprofit wanted to spend on the location. Knowing exactly what I wanted and keeping it lean allowed me to arrive, set up, shoot, and tear down very quickly.